Hello everyone, welcome to Buccaneers Training Camp, the last public day of practice. I'm Derek Old School Fournier reporting to you live, but not live during the practice. We had our final day, a little bit later start today, 10 o'clock. Team looked good, the energy level was high. I think a lot of the concerns we had after the first preseason game when our special teams were anything but special was how they were going to correct those issues. Saw Coach Wannstedt and the rest of the staff out here working the fundamentals on the special team side, both the punt coverage, punt drills, field goal kicks, kickoffs, lanes, the whole 9 yards. They were working that extensively at the beginning of practice and throughout practice as well. We saw a lot of the same things we've seen in other training camp sessions today with the stations, tackling, all of the fundamentals are being reinforced, plenty of walkthroughs. All the quarterbacks looked about the same to me today with the exception of Weber, who I wasn't watching. Glennon and Freeman both looked like they were on target. Still a little bit behind on crossing routes, which makes me concerned because good coverage is going to cause pass breakups on those sorts of routes. But in general, I thought the quarterbacks had a good day. As far as standouts, a couple of you were tweeting me at What the Buck. Was there anyone who stood out today? No, I thought Vincent Jackson had a great practice, but he usually does. Mike Williams looked to have the kind of practice people said he's been having the entire training camp, but hadn't. So that looked good today. And Hagen's looked good today as well. Owusu, who we've been talking about for about a week and a half, who had a relatively bad outing in the preseason game, was not on the field today. Number of guys over on the bike, including Peyton Hillis, who was dragging a sled. Looked like he had some good mobility in that knee, so the concerns about the ACL were clearly overblown. We've got to look forward to the New England Patriots. Got another game coming up here. You guys probably wondered what I thought about the preseason game. A couple notes on the preseason game. It was a preseason game. Our first string looked a little rusty. I thought they did pretty well against the world champs. The world champ Ravens didn't look that great either. Some good plays here and there. It's the second, thirds, and fourths that we had to be concerned about, and that was what I was very upset with the game. Our second, third, and fourth, the depth that I was excited about, really did not step up and play. I didn't see the intensity. I didn't see the execution, and that's what this coaching staff has to figure out, is who are the guys on the cupboard that are going to give us that depth. Now, as I roll forward again to practice today, we saw Daquan Bowers taking snaps at 3 different positions and then not taking snaps at all sometimes with the ones in. We saw Daniel Tayanesham lining up at left defensive end, Daquan Bowers not being on the field. Now, I'm not sure if that was because he was getting spelled, he didn't look like he was hurt at all, or whether they were just trying to give different looks on the line. A lot of work on the running game today in general. Guy to watch for, and I'm going to get made fun of for my friends at Pewter Report because I always pick the dark horse candidate, number 58, Gloud. Really good athlete at the linebacker position. I don't know what they're going to do with him. They lined him up like they used to line Dakota Watson up last year off that right defensive end as an edge rusher. He is a hell of an athlete, great speed, great hips. Don't know what he's going to do, but I think he's going to be someone to pay attention to in the preseason games and see if he can perform under the lights. If you want to keep following us, follow us at What the Buck or check us out at whatthebuck.net.